Hi everyone. Today I want to discuss what saying from a higher perspective means, because I've mentioned this in few of my previous videos, like seeing things from a higher perspective. So I thought maybe I can explain that further, and also to explain why I'm saying that and why I think it's important to see things from a higher perspective and what some of the practical benefits of using a higher perspective in your life can be. First of all, it means exactly that, seeing things from above, seeing the bigger picture, if not the whole picture, and not being in the middle of the picture and trying to understand things when you have actually very, very limited awareness of what's happening. One of the examples how I can explain it is walking through the forest. While you're walking through the forest, you can see just a limited number of trees. Especially if you stop, you'll see just few trees around you, maybe a little bit further, but still that's a limited number of trees, not the whole forest. And usually those trees are going to dictate how much light, how much sun you see, how much you can orientate yourself. Do you see your path? Also the microclimate, like what the temperature is there. And it's almost the same with our reality. Like we sometimes have few people that we're not like getting well on, or a certain negative situation, and we suddenly see like and think that the whole world is against us, while it's just maybe one person or two people, or it doesn't even matter. From all the billions of people in the world, there is still a limited number of people you are interacting with, and a limited reality as well that these people and your environment and your circumstances are creating. The other way to explain this is also seeing it from the perspective of a single cell in our bodies. For example, the cell of the liver can't see the whole body, like maybe, but we don't know about it, but still it doesn't mean it's not affected by other organs. It's not even aware of the organ that it's in, and the function of the organ that it does. Maybe it is, but maybe it's not. And certainly I don't think it can see other organs in the body, and even less likely is that it sees the whole body and the whole system it lives in. That doesn't mean that it's not part of the oneness. That doesn't mean that it's not part of the bigger of the body, but it can't see it. That still doesn't mean that it's not affected by all the organs in the body, and that it's not affecting the whole body. The single cell has its own metabolism, has its own intelligence, otherwise it wouldn't be able to do what it does. It has its own purpose, it has its own function, but still it functions in the whole system. It's affected by chemicals other body organs are producing, by the nervous system. It produces its own chemicals, and that way it communicates with other cells in the body. It's part of something bigger that I think many of us are aware that we are a part of something bigger. We can't see it, but that doesn't mean that we are not valuable part of that bigger picture, of that bigger power, or whatever you call it. Every single cell in the body has its own purpose, and as long as it does its own purpose, bodies healthy. And that doesn't mean that people who don't know their purpose are creating disease or anything like that. That's not what I wanted to say. What I want to say is knowing your purpose and your function in the world can really help the source, and like from a perspective of the cell again, the whole body to grow. And through that, it can also contribute to the single cell or to us to feel better, to create a healthy environment around us. And it can create balance, prosperity, abundance, and joy in the whole body, or in the source, or God, or whatever your name for that higher and bigger power than us is. The way how I even started questioning myself was actually by reading a book by Michael Newton. It's called Journey of Souls, and it's such an amazing book. It helped me to articulate everything I actually thought about previously and felt its truth, but just couldn't articulate it myself. And when I read that book, it suddenly everything made sense. Everything I've asked myself in my life before that, why certain situations are happening to certain people who definitely don't deserve it. Why I'm meeting certain people, why I have certain people in my life, why certain situations are happening in my life, And what he talks about in the book is we are all souls that come over and over to the physical reality, or incarnate themselves and come to the physical reality to learn something, to expand, to grow, and through that growth expand the infinite consciousness as well. And when I talked about how it can actually have practical sides in your life, and why it's so important to see certain situations from above, first of all, it can give you a wisdom to get out of situations that are not working for you anymore. Leaving certain situations, jobs, relationships that are not contributing anymore, that are not serving something bigger, something better, where every single lesson is already learned, but you're still staying in it. That's when situations and relationships are becoming toxic. It can also give you wisdom to maybe overcome certain situations a little bit faster. Maybe you won't be able to see the bigger picture immediately, but you will certainly see the bigger picture much faster if you ask yourself, what does it mean? How it fits into a bigger picture of my life? What is trying to teach me? And it helps you letting go, as I said, of people, situations, and just seeing why you came here for. It will serve you unbelievably, mostly in challenging situations, but it will also contribute that you feel more worthy of situations that are you getting. You will stop seeing yourself as a victim of life and see yourself as someone who actually have a purpose, who came here for something, to contribute, to grow, not just to experience negative things. if that's what you're experiencing at the moment. Seeing yourself for something bigger and more valuable to the whole system and to the whole universe than you think maybe you are. I hope this video is going to serve you. I hope I encouraged you to see things if you have a challenging situation in your life, to see it maybe from a different angle, from a different perspective, to know that you are guided, to know that you're protected and that you're here for a reason and going through that situation for a reason. And the reason is always to contribute to you as well, not just to that higher power and the universe. It's also to benefit you as well. I hope I will see you in the next video. By then, please enjoy every moment, every single day. And if you have any comments, please comment, please subscribe, and I will see you next time in the next video. Bye bye.